Hi everybody and welcome. So today's collar that I'm going to be making is going to be an adjustable collar. I am using a Thane adapter for the collar. If you're not familiar with that, I will leave a link below on how to make your own. If you want, you could use the same instructions to make adapters for leather also if you'd like. So the colors that I'm going to be using for this project are, I have this red blend. That is not the name of it. I get tongue twisted when I try to say the name of this, so I will leave it on the screen and I will also leave it down below for you guys. But I'm going to just call it red blend. But like I said, that's not the name of it, and I am sorry that I can't pronounce it correctly. I'm going to be actually using two of the red blend. So I have two separate cords for the red blend. I'm also going to be using a Imperil Red and a silver, also black, and I have a 275 cord in Imperil Red also. This collar I am making with beads, and I am going to be using these paracord Snowflake Beads. If you're interested in any of the supplies that I mentioned, they will be all linked down below for you guys. I have worked on collars before with these beads. I've put them on the side of the collar, but today I'm going to actually be putting them in the middle of the collar. So to start with, you're going to want to do your double cow's hitch in your slightly longer red blend cord. If you're not familiar with how to do the double cow's hitch, I will leave a link below. So once you have your double cow's hitch hooked up with the slightly longer red blend, you are going to now add your second red blend. And the way you're going to do this is you can loosen up the cords, and if you are using this particular cord, it is a little bit stiffer, which can be a little bit harsher on your hands. And you're gonna want to take your red blend and you're gonna go right through these two cow's hitches. I am working with a paracord needle. You don't have to, but it is a little bit easier if you have one to work with. So you're gonna go in between these two cow's hitches just like that, and you're gonna pull this to the other side and to the middle of the cord. Next, you're going to take your silver and you're going to do the exact same thing. You're just going to go through those two cow's hitches just like that. Pull this cord also to the middle. Now you're going to take your Imperil Red, and what you want to do with this cord is you have your two cow's hitches and you have these two stitches that are in the middle. You're going to go underneath just those two stitches in the middle. So you're going to go through one cow's hitch just like that, go underneath the first stitch, underneath the second stitch, and then right up the center of the other cow's hitch, and you're going to pull that also to the middle. Now you're going to add your black, and you're going to do the exact same thing that you did with the Imperil Red. You're just going to go right in between that first cow's hitch, underneath those two stitches, and up through the second cow's hitch. Pull that cord also to the middle. And now for your 275 cord, you're going to do the same thing that you just did with the black and the red. You're just going to go in between the first cow's hitch, underneath the two stitches, right up the second cow's hitch, and take this cord also to the middle. Okay, once you have all of your cords at the top, I do suggest double checking your measurements just to make sure that your collar is as long as you want it. And you can start to roll up the ends. I do have a few suggestions. Actually, I have one suggestion. Is if you're working with two of the same cords, I like to roll up one set a little bit bigger than the other, and that's just so when I'm weaving, I'll be able to tell which one I'm grabbing. So for me, my double cow's hitch is hooked up to the smaller bundle, and then my other cord that I put through the two double cow's hitches is rolled up bigger. And like I said, it just helps me figure out which one I'm going to be grabbing. So you might want to take that in consideration. Also, for the 275 cord, I will not be rolling this cord up, and that is because I'm going to be slipping the beads on that cord. So if it's rolled up, you're going to have to undo it and then put a bead on and then roll it back up if that's the way you want to go. But I'm just going to leave mine unrolled. Once you have all that taken care of, we can just get started. So I'm going to be starting with my smaller bundle on my right side of the red blend. And what I want to do here is I'm going to go underneath this first cord, up through the middle, and then over that second cord. So I'm going to take the smaller bundle of red blend, and I'm just going to go right up the center and then over. Next, you're going to take your smaller bundle of red blend on your left side. You're going to go underneath the cord that you just worked, and you're going to go right up that middle again and then go over the second cord, which is going to be on your right now. So right up the middle, then over. Next, I'm going to take the larger bundle of red blend, and I'm going to go underneath all of my work, and I'm going to come right up the middle. So underneath, right up the middle. And then you have this loop that you just made. You're going to go down that loop. Take the one on the left side now and go underneath all of your work, right up that middle. And then you have the loop that you made earlier. You're going to go down that loop on the left side. What you want to do now is you want to find your two horizontal red blend cords, and you want to pull up on those two horizontal cords directly in the middle of your work. Now you're going to take your silver that is on your right side. You're going to go around those two horizontal cords, and then you're going to go out the right side. So you go over and around and out the right. Take the one on the left and go over and around and out the left. Next, you're going to take your Imperil Red, and you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go over and around those horizontal pieces and out the right. Take the one on the left, go over and around and out the left. Next, you're going to take your black on your right, and you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces, but instead of going out to the right, you're going to come out the left. So go over and around, and you're really basically coming right up that middle, but you're on your left side of your working cord. Take the one on the right now and go over and around, but instead of going to the left, you're going to go to the right, so you're going to be coming up that middle again. come up the middle, and now you're on the right side of your working cord. Next, you're going to take your 275 cords. You're going to take the one on the right, and you're going to go around those two horizontal cords, but you're going to come back out the right side. So go around and out the right side of your cord. Take the one on the left, go around and out the left side of your cord. And now you can tighten it up. Once you have that tightened up, we can start the process all over again. So we're going to go with our smaller bundle of red blend on our right side, and we're going to go underneath that first cord, right up the middle and over that second cord. Take the smaller bundle of red blend on your left side, go underneath the cord that you just worked, go right up the middle and then over that second cord. Next, you're going to take the larger bundle of red blend and you are going to go underneath all of your work and you're going to come right up the middle. Then you have the loop that you just made on your right side. You're going to go down that loop. Take the larger bundle on the left side now, and you're going to go underneath all of your work, right up the middle. Then you have that loop that you made earlier. You're going to go down that left side loop. Now you're going to find your two horizontal pieces that are in the middle. And you're going to pull up on those just a little bit. Take your silver now. You're going to go around those two horizontal pieces and out the right. Let's go around and out the right. Take the one on the left. You're going to go over and around and out the left. Over and around and out the left. Take your red Imperial on the right side now and do the same thing. Again, go over and around and out the right side. Take the one on the left and go over and around and out the left side. Next, you're going to take your black, and instead of going over and around and to the right, to the left or through the middle, you're actually going to go over and around to the right. So go over and around and to the right. The one on the left, you're going to go over and around, but to the left. So go over and around those two horizontal pieces and out towards the left. So what you're going to do with the 275 on the right side now is you're going to go over and around, but you're going to bring it to the left. So go over and around, right up that center to the left of your cord. Take the one on the left now, go over and around those two horizontal pieces, but you're going to be taking it to the right side, over, around, to the right, or up through the middle, and you can tighten it up. Once you have it tightened up, we can start that weave all over again. With the black, you're going to be switching back and forth every other one, and same with the 275 in the middle. So every other one, you're going to be coming out of the right. Same with the 275. Every other one, you'll be coming out of the left. They'll be the opposite of what they're doing to each other on each one, if that makes sense. So we're going to be on the third weave. We're going to go back to what we did on our very first weave. The only thing that we'll be doing differently this time is we're going to be adding a bead. So you're going to start with your smaller bundle of red blend. You're going to go underneath, right up the middle, and then over. Take the one on the left now, go underneath the cord that you just worked. Underneath that first cord, right up the middle, and then over that second cord. Next you're going to take the larger red blend bundle, go underneath all of your work, right up the middle, and then down that loop on your right side. Take the one on the left now, go underneath, right up the middle, and then down this loop on your left side. Next, find those two horizontal red blend pieces you pull up. Now you're going to take your silver and you're going to go around and to the right. Just go over and around and to the right. Take the one on the left, you're going to go around them over to the left. Just go over, around to the left. Take your Imperil Red, and you're going to go over those two horizontal pieces and to the right. So go over and around and to the right. And then take the one on the left side and go over and around those two horizontal pieces, but go to the left. So you go to the left. So now we're back to the black. And like I said, it's going to be every other one. So for this one, we are going to go around those two horizontal pieces, but instead of the right side, we're going to be going towards the left, right up the middle. So take the one on the right, go around those two horizontal pieces, but right up the middle. Then you're going to take your one on the left, and you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces to the right side of your cord, right up the middle. So now they're both coming up the middle. Next we're going to put on a bead. So I'm going to be putting on a bead onto both strands of the 275 cord. It's a pretty large hole, so you can put both sides through. Make sure that your cords are going on the right sides of each other. So you're going to take your cord now that is on your right side, and you're going to do the opposite of what you just did with the black. So you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces, but you're going to come out the right. And now with the left, you're going to go around and out the left. And then you can just tighten it up. So once you have that tightened up, we can just start the weave all over again. And remember, you're always going to be doing the black opposite of what you just did on that particular weave right before. And you'll always be doing the opposite of the black and the red. Once you have that nice and tight, you can start all over again. Remember, you're always going to be doing the opposite of what you just did in that particular weave. So I came on the insides of the black cord, right up the middle. Now my next weave, I'll be going on the outer side. And you'll always be doing the opposite of the black to the red. and every other weave I'm going to be putting on a bead. So I went a couple of weaves down so you guys could see a bigger chunk of the collar done, and see how the pattern is forming. Like I said, it is a really wide pattern. I think that it's close to 2 inches wide, but this is what it looks like so far. You can see how the beads lay on the collar, and I'm going to continue this pattern all the way down, and when I get to the end of the collar, I'll show you guys how I do the tie off and what it looks like with the Thane on. Okay guys, so I finished my collar and I am ready to weave in these ends. So for the red blend cords, you're just going to leave them where they are, and we're going to be weaving in the rest of the cords from the front or top of the collar to the back. So I'm going to be starting on my right side with the silver, and you have a gap between your work and your two cows hitches. You're going to go in that gap and you're just going to do all the cords except for the 275 through that gap. So you'll do the other silver as well as the Imperil Red and the black. You'll be going through that gap. Okay, once you have all of those cords going through that gap from the top to the back side of the collar, you're going to take your 275 cords now. You have this really small hole right here between the two cows hitches. You are going to go in that hole and pull it through to the other side. And I'm going to go a little ways up from the collar. Not a whole bunch, because I'm going to be trying to make a cap as close as I can to the collar. So I'm going to cut there, and I'm going to cut there. So maybe like 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to fray them out a little bit. I'm going to melt these ends, and I don't have my butter knife on me, but I am going to use my metal scissors to squish those ends down. So I'm going to just lightly burn it. You just want it to melt. Try not to let it catch on fire. It catches on fire for me all the time, as you can see. You don't want that. I'm going to squish it down. I'm going to do the next one. Squish that down. I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. Once you finish the sides, you can start in the middle, and I've got quite a few cords here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the ones that are on the bottom, which are the black. And I'm going to cut both of the black and melt them at the same time. So I'm going to go a little bit longer than I did on the sides. I'm going to fray them out, and I'm going to melt them the same way, and I'm going to squish them down when they're nice and hot. Now I'm going to do the red and the silver on the right side, the same exact way, and I'll do the same for the opposite side, and I'll be saving these two cords for the end. So for the last thing that I'm going to be doing is I am using some clear non-foaming Gorilla Glue, and I like to put a little bit of this on my ends, make sure that they're nice and secure. It's just like an extra security on my collars and leashes. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. You can just hook up your biothene or leather or whatever adapter you're using and go from there. But I do put this on, and I put just a couple of dabs in the middle, and I rub it around, and I will also put it on the caps that I just burnt on the sides. And I've never had any complaints about my stuff coming apart or anything like that. The glue is waterproof. If you do this, please check to make sure that it's non-foaming, because I by accident one time got the foaming and oh, it made such a mess. So just be aware of that. And that's it. I'm going to let this dry and I'll show you guys what it looks like with the biothene attached to it.